Hello there and welcome to the Bicycle Diaries. And seeing as it's been such a quiet week on the bike due to the weather, I thought I would come out to Catherington down here and do my piece to camera instead of doing it in the office. As many of you probably saw last week on the vlog, I went out and I rode my first ever 100 kilometre ride of 2021. When I was actually doing the vlog, I made the mistake of saying that it was the first ride of 2020. I must have been sniffing Ajax or something, so I don't know really what was going on there. But anyway, I went out and I did the ride, and when I got home, I was actually feeling fairly good. Normally when I do a 100 kilometre ride, or at least the first 100 kilometre ride of the year, I actually feel really exhausted. Normally that's the Isle of Wight Randonnée, so that's a similar distance and actually a little less climbing at about 1400 metres. And by the time I get to the end of that, I am absolutely shattered. But last week I felt pretty good. Now many of you have been asking what fuel I was using on the ride, and to be honest, I wasn't using a great deal. When I left the house, I filled a bidon up with some energy product from a company called Elivar, and they specialise in energy products for the over 35, so it's designed to be a fairly slow release. And then when we were sort of mid-ride, we stopped in Liphook for a refreshment stop at about 35 kilometres. And when we were there, I went to a local baker's and I bought a sausage bap, and I also bought a flapjack. I ate the sausage bap, but I didn't eat the flapjack. I put it in my jersey pocket and saved it for later, and was sort of munching on it halfway round. And then by the time we got to Hollybourne at about 60 kilometres, I needed to refresh my bidon. So I just bought some water and I put some more Elivar energy product in there. Indeed, when I got back, I had some recovery product also from Elivar, which is also designed to be for the over 35. So again, it's all been designed to be a slow release kind of protein. When I actually got home, I didn't feel too bad. Yes, my legs were a bit achy and I was incredibly cold because the weather last week was very cold indeed. Officially it was 6 degrees, but with the wind chill it felt more like 1 degree. And yeah, it was very cold, and it took me a good 3 hours to warm up, and that was after having a shower and wrapping up in you know, like a jumper and all things like that. So yeah, I was pretty cold, but my legs and within myself I actually felt pretty good. The legs did feel a little bit heavy, but that's only to be expected after 100 kilometres. And I felt, you know, fine afterwards, and particularly the next day. I didn't wake up with achy legs or anything like that. And in fact, I even went out and I did a very easy 25 kilometre recovery ride with my other half. So that wasn't particularly difficult. My average power on that was something like 80 watts. So it was very easy little tick round, and I think that did me the world of good. So this week I haven't been out doing that many rides. In fact, I've only done 2 of them, and they were both on my Edney's Lane course, which is 25 kilometres with about 350 metres of climbing. And I'm getting some very interesting numbers coming back from my power meter. I'll talk about those in another vlog, but basically on Thursday I went out and I rode the course, and I tried to do it pretty quick, but unfortunately my Di2 battery ran out, and that meant that I only had the use of the small chainring. So I was trying to get round as fast as I could with a limited number of gears. Then on Friday I charged my Di2 battery up and I had my full range of gears, and I went out and I did the 25 kilometres in about 50 minutes with an average power of about 330 watts, and that was with a 7-minute cool down at the end. And I'm sure if I'd pushed it right to the last hour there, I would have maintained an average power of 240 watts. So the numbers for this week are I've ridden 50 kilometers, I've got 2 hours of seat time, and I've climbed 457 meters. And that brings the totals for the year to, I've ridden 1,622 kilometers, I've got 72 hours of seat time, and I've climbed 15,296 meters. Well, as you can see up here on Catherington Down today, it's actually nice and sunny, but don't let that deceive you. The temperature is only about 5 degrees and it is pretty chilly. As you can see, I'm also wearing a fairly thick coat and I'm just about comfortable. The weather at the moment is absolutely bonkers. A week ago on Tuesday, I was riding in 20 degrees Celsius in short kit, and then fast forward a week and it's literally snowing, so it couldn't be any more different. Consequently, the forecast for next week is very, very similar. So it's forecasting sort of clear sunny days, but the weather is pretty cold. So I don't know how that's going to mean that I can get out and do some rides actually out on the road. I'll do my best to get my 5 hours of seat time, but it may have to be that I'll resort to the turbo trainer, which, yeah, it's had to be moved from the conservatory into the garage. Yes, I've had a bit of nag pie from my other half wanting her conservatory back. While I'm here, many people have been asking me about the cycling kit that I wear, and it's the Jolly Good Velo kit that I've designed and I'm selling through a company called Godfrey Sports here in the UK. It's going to fit just about anybody. The sizings go up to about a 4-5 XL, but if you go onto the website, there is a sizings chart if you're in any doubt about whether it will fit you or not. I'll include a link in the description below, and you can go on there and buy the cycling kit. It can be shipped literally anywhere in the world with a turnaround time of about 3 weeks. So if you fancy some new cycling kit and you'd like to support the channel, please click on the link, have a look, and yeah, hopefully you can get some stylish new cycling kit. Thanks for watching.